Welcome back to the channel and to another new episode of 5 Things You Might Not Know. This, as always, is the 101. If you missed any of the previous episodes, check them out in the series playlist, link in the description. And with that said, let's get this one going. Episode 23 of 5 Things You Might Not Know about WWE 2K19. First up today, more unique commentary in the NXT arena. Previously in this series, we covered how various superstars have unique commentary when in the NXT arena, and today we have got even more, this time featuring a trio of legends. So when playing as Kurt Angle, The Undertaker or Bret Hart in an NXT arena, you'll get to hear some unique commentary during their entrances.
You think of all the iconic superstars that have come through NXT, from Seth Rollins to Roman Reigns to Bray Wyatt. Nobody has ever witnessed the Phenom in NXT.
If you're an NXT fan, or if you are an NXT superstar, witnessing the Phenom in person is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle, sure to storm NXT like nobody ever has before.
I don't think there's any question there's a lot of NXT superstars in that locker room who looked after and modeled their own careers after Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but as much talent as there is here in NXT and in the locker room, none of them ever won an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck, Saxton.
Good point, good point. What a treat for the NXT universe! Oh yeah, the excellence of execution.
It is a treat, but I don't know that the fans here in NXT deserve to see Bret the Hitman Hart, one of the greatest of all time, gracing us with his presence.
I think some people may not be happy, Corey, about Bret Hart's presence because, well, Bret seems to be adjusting his attitude a little bit. Seems to be a little bitter these days. I think it's rubbing a lot of the NXT superstars the wrong way.
Well, it's a lot of people like you that are rubbing Bret the Hitman Hart the wrong way. He's a surefire Hall of Famer, and you're not showing him the respect he deserves.
Next up, a potentially lesser known champion entrance. Now, as you might know, in previous games we've had two versions of the Big Boss Man, with both an Attitude and a Retro version. But what you might not know is that despite the Attitude version being removed, the Attitude Boss Man champion entrance still remains in the game, but you have to manually assign it. This entrance is found under the name of Generic Champion 4 and remains one of the better champion entrances in 2K19. With thing number 3, we're now covering a lesser known tattoo. Now, previously in this series we've covered these for the likes of Jeff Hardy and Bray Wyatt, and today we have got another, this time for Sarah Logan. Now, whilst this one isn't entirely unknown as you can somewhat see it, it is partially covered by the attire. Now, while some tattoos normally hidden under attires in the game aren't featured in full, this one is. So by simply changing the attire you can get to see this one in full. With thing number 4, we're now talking Kurt Angle. Now, as we know, last year in 2K18, Angle returned to the series with both an Attitude version and an ECW version, both of which remain in the game for 2K19. But what you might not know is that despite not being ready to go by default, current day entrance videos for Angle are included in this year's game. To get these, simply give the more current Angle the Angle 2000 entrance videos, and when used in a modern day arena, these will then switch to up-to-date versions, which is perfect for anyone looking to use a more recent version of Angle. And last up today, a nice and simple one. We have got a simple way on how you can improve your last man standing matches. So as we know, by default, when playing a last man standing match, you have limited weapons with a weapon wheel not available. But via the match creator, a last man standing match featuring whatever weapons you want, for example tables and ladders, is actually doable. To do this, simply make an Extreme Rules match, go into match options, turn off pins and submissions, and turn on the last man standing option. By doing this, the match will now play out in the traditional last man standing format, but will now feature the weapon wheel, which can make for some much improved last man standing moments. And there we go with that one, episode 23 now done and dusted. So let me know in the comments if any of today's feature 5 things were new for you. And as always, if you enjoyed today's episode, then a like rating would be awesome to see. Stay tuned to the channel for more like this coming very, very soon. And until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.